Hey, um, what did I learn playing Jake? I learned a great deal, of course, as an actor. This was an opportunity to do a solo show, and I learned so much about myself as a performer, about what I can do. But as I got into the work and really dissect the text, and my my thing was like I just really want to do a better job each and every time. So I really just sat with the script so much, and I learned a lot about myself and how I relate to people and my family and experiences that I've had in my life. And I think the main takeaway that anyone got from the show was that tomorrow is not promised to anyone, and that life is short, and we have to just live life, to the fullest, and just tell everyone that we love them while they're here. Um, I what did I learn from Greg? Um, hmm, I'm sorry, no. What was it like playing Greg? I I didn't think of this as being like a bio um, play where I had to think about the way he spoke and his mannerisms and stuff like that. Because I mean, hey, I'm not going to be cast in the Greg Lavoie bio story, clearly, but there's just a way of the nature of a person, how they are, and there was a moment in rehearsal where I was speaking to Greg, and we were just talking about you know the show, and he assumed that I had this great relationship with my parents, or very deeply connected because of how I was doing something in a rehearsal, and um, I just remember at the end of that rehearsal, he gave me a hug, and that's something that meant a lot to me that I'll never forget. And I I learned a lot from him in the times, those quiet times after doing the run in a rehearsal and just talking about it. And him as a director was not really like, do this, 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 and this. It was really, he was just facilitating the process that I was having. And that's like the best type of director. Um, I remember after uh, one of the preview night, and he went to the after party thing, and he says to a director friend, "Oh, you got to see Jamal's performance." He says, "These ain't my hands," and he starts laughing, and I'm like, and then in that moment, I realized that it wasn't like I was being exploited, but it was so much more that Greg really liked the way that I was commanding the text and how I my use of the language to tell the story, and his excitement and that his words were being transformed and moved off the page into this world. I think brought him so much joy, and it was really great to see. And there were sometimes when he was moved to tears in rehearsal, and it was just really beautiful moments. I could tell that he was living and reliving um, certain times in his life, and this was just an opportunity of a lifetime. I don't regret it. I'm excited that everything was documented. I'm looking forward to seeing, because since the beginning, the first rehearsal there was like I think two or three cameras in the room, so should be really cool. And it was just an honor meeting Greg, and really excited for him and to keep going and keep writing and being a storyteller. Thank you for the opportunity.